And we are back. What's going on, everyone? Justin here with TKDReboundz alongside with my best to go, Alex from UnrealEntGaming.
Dom! Cole! Get the gun, because today we're going to be talking about Gears of War 4, everybody. The possibilities, the predictions, and I love Gears of War. Now,
Wait.
granted, I may not be as competitive as some people like that I know, like my friend Justin, but I love Gears of War 4. I love the fucking story. I love the characters, and personally for me, Gears of War is a great franchise, but I think they kind of fucked up here and there with some things. Now, I'm going to ask my friend Justin, I'm going to ask all of you guys, so uh, for Gears of War 4, right? If they were to announce a Gears of War 4, what are your thoughts on that? Like, what would you do to make the game better in terms of multiplayer and campaign? Like, what do you think would make Gears of War 4 stand out to you? Like, how would you create Gears of War 4?
Wait, Tom, you hear that? The locusts are coming.
Oh shit, Dom, get the gun.
Nah, what's going on? All right, Gears of War 4 predictions. I would like to see a way better gameplay. Like, as you guys can notice in Judgment, I think it was a horrible game. I mean, if I could, I would burn it again. If I had the game. Oh, I actually delivered that game back because it was sort of trash. Like, I did not like the story mode at all. I didn't. I'm a big like online gameplay fan. So I'm real picky, but the way the characters move, there's too many characters I think personally, to even select from. And what really got me the most was the controls and the, like the whole little grenade beacon. I've never even heard of that, so they just threw that in there, I guess, for the hell of it. And then, and personally, in my opinion, Gears of War, they just, after every single Gears of War game that comes out, they always find a way to make the newbiest kids look so godly. I don't know what it is, man. You know, uh, but as far as like for the whole Epic Studio thing, I think Gears of War 4 should be more based upon like the one like on Gears of War 1 gameplay and on Gears of War 2 gameplay on the online multiplayer. As far as the story mode, it is good. I would like to see at least a proper funeral for Dom, being that he risked his life in Gears of War 3 for more so he could continue his journey on to go find his father and go with his queen. And what about you, Alex? Do you actually like Judgment? And what do
All right,
you,
well, this is my take on the situation. Like, all right, I love Gears of War because the way I was introduced by it, I never even heard of the game until my friend Mike came along, and he pretty much came to my house. He was like, "Yo, bro, you should play this game called Gears of War," and I was like, "What is it?" So as I watched him play, I just could not believe what I was looking at. So the one thing that drew me into Gears of War was the multiplayer because that was the first thing we played at my house. And then from there, when I picked up the game and I played the story was so dark, man. Like it made you think, like, what would you do if you were in their position and you lost everything and your planet was being overtaken and stuff like that. And it was just so filled with just hopelessness, and I love that in video games. So
yeah.
as the second one came out, the second one for me was the best in terms of story because the story was so dark and so gritty, and it was like filled with no hope, and it was just like, wow, Dom lost his wife, what the fuck is going on? And I loved the Gears of War 2's online, to be honest. The maps to me were fucking excellent.
Yeah, they were
Everything was
good, bro.
excellent about Gears of War 2 to me. I remember I used to have clan matches on Gears of War 2. That's how important it was to me. I made game battles for it, and we lost some, but we won some as well. So I love Gears of War 2. Gears of War 3, same thing, great story. The online was good, but there was something about it that I did not like. Maybe it's the fact that they kind of simulated the Lambit in there. I really don't know, but and then you
So
got Gears of War Judgment. Now, you say you hate Gears of War Judgment.
I do not
I
like it.
I
I honestly I
I think it's
despise it.
okay. Wait, but I think it's okay considering the fact that it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse.
It is a lot
No.
worse.
It really could have been a lot worse. Given if it was given to like the wrong developer, the game could have been complete and utter shit. The game is not the greatest Gears of War game, not by far. Hell no, in terms of story and campaign and multiplayer, hell no. I think it's Gears of War 2. I don't know about you, but for multiplayer, for me, everything goes back to Gears of War 2. Now, Gears of War 1 multiplayer, same thing. It was incredible. Like, I used to sit there, I used to glitch a lot, do the crab walk, all that shit. I didn't give a fuck. That
Kung
was
Fu
the
flip.
best. That was the best. But for Gears of War 4, what I would want to see is introduce a Locust King. That way you can have 3 more other games following up for that. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you like, because what's a queen without a king? You know what I mean? So why not introduce a King Locust that was pretty much like hiding out or whatever, and they can pretty much go in depth with the Locust story, like where they actually came from, rather than being, you know, unearthed by humans. You know, so by having a King Locust, you know, go about and just wreak havoc. He comes back to avenge the queen. Marcus comes back to avenge Dom. You know, it has a great, rich story to it. You know, the Lambent are gone, but the Locusts are back. In terms of multiplayer, combined it with Gears of War 1 and 2, like you just said. Combine the maps, like in essence, like yeah, bring back Gridlock once again because that was the best map. But
Bring
also
back canals, bring back field people, bring back bring back all those
hell
old-fashioned
yeah,
maps
like
that really made a
Avalanche and all those
difference. You
maps, like
know.
those maps were perfect. But you're more of a Gears of War 1 guy, whereas opposed to I'm more of a Gears of War 2 guy, because not that many people play Gears of War 3 except for you. I mean, I love Gears of War 3 to death. I would have based my channel off that if it wasn't for Microsoft copywriting it, and you guys know this. But for Gears of War 4, have the story revolve around the Locust King and have more characters be introduced and have more characters die. But also for the multiplayer, you have to do something great, and I think a great idea would be environment destruction. You know how some people camp? How awesome would it be if I blew that fucking wall up that you were camping right behind it, you know, and now you can't hide anywhere, you know?
So
So
you want
I
sort
think
of like a
environment destruction
battlefield
would be great.
simulation on it, am I right?
Huh?
So you want sort of like a battlefield simulation
Yeah,
on it.
because how, like, you have to be realistic here. If I throw a fucking grenade at a wall, you're telling me it's not going to blow up? I mean, it makes no sense. Like, you know, like, if you're going to bring back the mech suits and all this shit, fine. But have it to where at least the environment is, like, changing consistently and it's able to, like, be destroyed. Like, if you're hiding behind a wall and I know I don't have the skill to destroy you, I want to blow up everything around you. That way I can just draw you out. You know what I mean? Like, I think
So
that'll make a lot of sense. It'll,
so
it'll
for
keep
your
players on their
overall
toes.
answer, you prefer Gears of War 2 to be the best Gears of War for you. Am I right?
For me, yeah, by far.
Me, I love Gears of War 3. You know, I'm still trying to do some other ground climax on it. You know, it is a good game. You know, they have a little bit some cheesy stuff on it, but you know, like the Red Lantern, the Soul of which I really despise a lot. You know, but I mean, you know, people use it because it is part of the game. Gears of War 1, that is the best game by far. You know, it is the number one game. I think for me, it is the number one game. You know, sniping, the way the people move, you know, the way the graphics are, you know, it's just a good storyline. The online multiplayer was ridiculous. You know, it was a very uh, big built community. You know, especially game battles made a lot of its
Well, right now the
members.
Gears of War
Yeah,
community has been reduced to like
yeah,
nothing.
it's kind of dying.
No,
You
no.
know,
What do you mean? It's kind of dying. It's pretty much dead. I mean,
no, it's not. No, it's not.
no, you, and like with the exception of a few thousand players are left because everybody wants a Battlefield. Everybody wants a Call of fucking Duty, which I can't stand. Everybody went like in, you know, in different directions. Now, unless Gears of War 4 can capitalize correctly, then everybody's gonna come back. Like Halo 4 fucked up big time, just like Gears of War Judgment fucked up. So, but let us know what you guys think in the comment section below about Gears of War 4. What would you want to see included? Thank you all for watching, everybody. This has been TKDReboundz and UnrealEntGaming. Subscribe to his channel, guys. Subscribe to my channel at Unreal Entertainment Gaming, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed. More to come, more Gears of War 4 and news, information, and updates. And I hope you all stay tuned for more. So, Dom, Cole, you take the left.
Ah, they're coming!
Run, Dom, run! All right,
I'm
see you
dead.
later.
I'm dead.
Peace.